What's up guys, it's your boy Turnbuster65 back up in this, and today we are back on the Talos Principle. Now, in this video we are going to get through Tower 6 after completing all 3 star worlds, which was just the previous thing I recorded momentarily ago. So I've gone through all star sectors, and in order to, well, first explain, in order to access Tower 6, or access any of the towers really, past Tower 1, there's a code. Usually the code is attached through the computer or there's a file for it. But for floor 6, that is not the case. You will need to go through all these star sectors in order to get the code. Each star sector contains a part of the code, and I have done all of them. So if you have not completed them yet and you want to go see those videos, do that right now. If you don't care, if you want to see the third and final ending, the true ending of this game, or really secret ending, whichever one you prefer.
First star we're getting is going to be in Sector 1A, and this one I did look up, but all you need is one jammer. From here you're going to find a puzzle called Only the Two of Us. Step out here to the right side, there's going to be a place that looks like it's full of trees, but behind it reveals a hidden passageway with a switch behind it. Use that to unlock this gate. But now you're wondering, how do we get this jammer in the first place? Coming back over here, if you're doing this puzzle from this perspective, go take this ladder, take our jammer, and then just use your brain to figure out this simple puzzle of jamming up this ball, then jamming up the turret, and finally taking up the jammer that's not jamming the turret. Use that free jammer to run all the way back up to the gate. There's going to be a blue gate from there that has your star, and that is the Sector 1A star achieved. Now this next one is going to be in Sector 3A, and this one is going to require tell time. First thing, there's going to be a little column stub with a barcode behind that doesn't show anything, so if you go around it, there's a clock behind it. How this works is, there are 24 columns in Roman numerals. Each column in the front there's a button you press, and that button will affect that stub as that moves the hands. So I believe the way you find the 2 columns to press is by the little reflection in the water, and upon my initial guess I was close, but I did look it up after getting tired, and the 2 columns you're going to hit is 7 and 20, not 8 and 20 as I initially hit here. Once you hit those 2 columns, the water around it is going to drain. There's going to be a pair of stairs that unlocked. Then from there, you're going to go down them to get your star. Alright, so this next one is in Sector 5A, and the puzzle you'll find is called Friendly Fire. Now this one I found completely on accident and on my own. So this is not the official solution, but the solution I came up with. I just took the cube from this puzzle over here, put it on this little stub, and I was trying to jump on this little platform, which as you see there's footprints on it, so you can jump on it, but I'm definitely certain the game did not intend for you to solve or get this star this way, but eventually you can just hop over that railing, just traverse through the walls, and there's your star right behind the blue gate. So this next star is going to be found in Sector 2B. I looked up the location and then look up the solution. Where it's located at is outside a puzzle called the Tomb. You step out there, you'll see an area that requires a cube to access it. What you'll do to get this cube is go to a puzzle called Man on the Moon. You're going to hijack this cube by completing the puzzle as if you're trying to normally solve it, except you want to land in one of these columns up here. Pull back your analog stick and then just hit X to try to land into this little area to the left side. You need to do a little bit of platforming to then get it out of this puzzle. Once you have it successfully out, just come back to the front of this puzzle here, come up to this area, and then you'll see 2 blue gates, one that could be accessible from inside the puzzle and the other which has your star. So return back to the puzzle, the tomb. There's going to be a statue that to the left of it shows a little area pathway to that blue gate, which requires a jammer to deactivate. That jammer in itself is going to be required to get these 2 connectors that you need for this puzzle as well. One from where you find the jammer at, get it out like this, and then you get your other connector through the other way to where you solve the puzzle at or retrieve that puzzle piece earlier in this puzzle. Use this jammer, get your blue gate, bring those two connectors out here, but you notice you're still missing the red light that you couldn't actually get from inside that puzzle. And the only way to do this is actually from outside, which you'll have to go to a puzzle called the moonshot to get, which, as the name implies, gives you a moonshot of getting the star. No pun intended, I promise you. There you go, but once you connect these two connectors up, you should align yourself to then be able to get this star, and we can move on to the next one in this video to retrieve. So next up, we're going to go to Sector 3C, and I know where this was, but unfortunately I had to look up the solution as I spent way too much time on this puzzle. First things first, I'm going to free these two connectors, as this is what you're going to need. You're going to need to connect the blue light here to this gate, but this is not the blue light you get it from. You first go to a puzzle called Jammer Quarantine. What you want to do here is set up your light by grabbing this cube and then a connector, putting it all onto this fan, and once you have that set up, activate the switch for the fan that goes up to the air, and now you can return back to your puzzle. But unfortunately, upon going to the entrance, the angle you get from this is not exactly what you need. So you need to go to the puzzle on the left here, which is called 3 little connectors and a fan. You're going to do the same thing that you did over on Jammer Quarantine, but you notice that this puzzle itself doesn't have a blue light, rather a red light. So for this, you're going to use the blue light you have already set up in Jammer Quarantine. Then once you have that setup going on, activate the fan. Now you have the angle you want for your blue light. So go back to Weathertop, the original puzzle where the star is, set up your connector right as I have it angled, use the second connector to unlock the gate, and then there's a second blue gate behind here which you just use the jammer in this puzzle to deactivate. From there you'll get a cube, and then there are 2 other cubes in this puzzle, so what you want to do is set up your cubes right over here to propel yourself up onto this platform and get your star in this sector. Next up, we actually have 2 stars in Sector 5C. This first one is going to be in puzzle Up Close and Jammed. Now in my playthrough, I never knew how to properly solve this puzzle, as I found the solution through another means. So when I was doing this, I did this all for the first time. Did not look anything up though. But first thing you're going to do is remove this jammer from the ball so you can get these 2 cubes through that gate. Once you do, you're going to use these 2 cubes to stack on top of this ball right here. When you get up top, there's going to be 2 gates, one to the right, one to the left. Your focus is going to be on the left side, as you'll notice a little ledge that you can hop on. And once you hop on that ledge, you're going to jump over this railing. And there you go, you have your first star here. Now stay tuned, because you're actually going to stay inside this puzzle to get your second star. Now on to our second star in the sector. You'll notice that there's a little place to have a red light shine to. But this puzzle itself does not have a blue light, so you're wondering why I'm staying here. Well, if you look to your right, where I'm looking at right now, there's also another red connector that's barely visible. This one belongs to Time Flies, where you will collect your red light from. Now if you've done this puzzle before, then all you just need to do is just set up the connector over here in the box by using the features shown in this puzzle. Once you do, just go back to Up Close and Jammed, take your connector over here, use that red light you have projected up to connect it to this end over here, and now you have your red light. But the puzzle that the star is actually in this time is not this puzzle shown here, but one called Dumbwaiter, which you just go behind this purple gate and then hop over here. You'll notice the star right there. Just get onto this railing. It'll be pretty simple to collect. Now let's move on to our next star of the video. So this next one doesn't take place in any of the worlds. You're required to go to the tower this time. So take that elevator up all the way to floor 5, and this is where our star journey begins. Now I'm mad because I could have got this one in the playthrough if I went closer to this window over here, but I didn't. And I did notice these side railings. So you're gonna go down, do 180, and you'll see a nicely convenient place for you to just go to take a plunge at, followed by some pigeons. But go down through this, and then you'll go down all the way to what I believe is the tower floor 3 section. If not, then floor 2. But anywho, you're going to be placed in this little section of the puzzle itself that has a star. Now before we go on to find our last remaining star, take a good guess where it is that we need to go to. If you guessed the World Sea Star Sector, then come on down to the Price is Right. Now this, I only looked up just where the stars were. I didn't look up a solution for this, but when I saw that there was one here, I immediately went back to this freaking statue. And by trial and error, I finally found something. An invisible path. So if you go up to Uriel, he'll mention something about lovers finding a way to reach each other no matter the odds. But the real key of this one, which is a nice illusion here, is you need to remain parallel with this statue to walk across. As if you move left or right, you'll just go down. You don't need to move slow. I just move slow for the purpose of drama, but there you go. That's the last star. So now let's go ahead and proceed with the rest of this episode and complete the game, baby.
Look at this right now. The code is 477. Code accepted. Unlocking. Done. There we go. Now do I have access? Nope. My software license is still expired even though I'm going through the last freaking tower. Woe is me. Now I went through terminal 2, or I went through the second floor terminal because floor 1 required me to freaking solve the puzzle again. I'm not trying to do that, even though it's a tedious yet simple solution. We're not going to do all that. Now, for dramatic purposes, we're going to go back down to floor 0. I know. There we go. Should I look up or look outside? I'm gonna look outside. Oh, whoa! I'm going down. Excuse me? Oh. Well, I guess it was a good thing that I went to floor 0. So I thought it would go up. On a Tuesday, which funnily enough it's Thursday. Tuesday was 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
My beloved child.
Whoa.
Few have given themselves so purely to my cause. Fewer still have learned so much of the mysteries of my garden. Therefore, you may choose to be elevated, to stand by my side and become my blessed messenger in eternity.
Oh, wow.
But know that this is a sacrifice that cannot be undone.
Okay. Let's see, so one is... Let's see. So one ending is restarting the process. The other ending is, well, terminating the program. And this is becoming a messenger. Oh. I see. What the frick? So this is a secret ending. The true ending is transcending out of the place, shutting down the program. Anyway. Proceed to this. 9 puzzle pieces. Just gonna do this. Good amount of long pieces. Oh, wait a second. That's not gonna... I can already tell that's not gonna work. Look at that. Look at that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Right away. Oh. The thing about that rotating is because I keep kind of fat fingering through the bumpers or other buttons sometimes, and even the touchpad. If you touch the touchpad on something, he'll react. So I can already tell that's not gonna work. a funny idea. Oh my god, that's actually how you were supposed to do it. Wow, okay. Funny. Very funny. I thought in my head of why if I just place these on the edge first. Then I put these, yep, okay. Glad that worked out. Still difficult though, but wow. Oof. This is it, huh? What I gotta do to become a messenger, Elohim? What?
It is now time to choose your epitaph. For your body shall be entombed, though you shall not die.
The heck? Is this my own garden? No. This is the World B garden. I recognize this. This is the World B garden. Oh god, this feels weird. Yeah, this is the World B garden. I recognize this. Alright. Oh goodness. Okay. This will be your final resting place. Choose how you will be remembered by those who follow in your footsteps. Oh wow, this is a lot of choices. Okay. The purpose of life is to serve the generations to come. I searched this land to serve the glory of Elohim. This is my just reward. Remember, everything is merely a premise of the grand equation. I swear I won't be as obscure as the rest of them. I'm not sure this was the right idea, but here we go. I have faith in the designer. I shall be eternal. Lord, I shall be the eternal guardian of this world. Let go of your ego, and you will perceive eternity. Epitaph? What? Wait a second. Made the Hall of Fame. Eat it. What a waste of time this all was. Every single sigil. No beating that. Don't make my mistake. Turns out epitaph means you're dead. You have to provide your own answers, but I will help you to see them where I can. Funnily enough, I like the last one the most, so I'll go with that. Story, final memory, done.
It is written that there is no greater love than to lay down your life for another. But your sacrifice is greater still. For instead of resting in eternity, you have chosen to serve all the generations to come. They shall strive for greatness, and through you, they shall accomplish it. For you are no longer a child. You are my messenger.
Wow. Okay. I thought there was going to be a little bit more to this. I don't know. I mean, I was expecting the transcendence to... I was expecting it to transcend. The transcendence of it, but... Nevertheless, I do like it. It's weird though. I don't know how to play with it. On the one hand, you disobey him, ascend the tower, cast out the world of his own. On the other hand, you accept the things that aren't the truth, but now you're going to serve the other power. It's pretty interesting. One part Elohim accepts that she didn't go and end the program. But on the other hand, accepted to explore everything about this. and I'll be a messenger. But I haven't accepted defeat yet. I haven't really won. Or have I won? I don't know. I'm not sure whether or not I'm going to show the full credits. I mean, I've now beaten this game, but on a technical 3 times. I've gotten the first ending by entering through the door and accepting his love to restart the game. I've gotten the true ending, which is going through ascending the tower of floors 1 through 5, and then having the help of the shepherd to leave. And now I've explored the third and the secret ending, which I guess is a for better or worse ending. I'm not sure how to really describe it. I mean, the transition is my favorite ending. That thing was a whole movie. This was hot too because I got buried. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is a series that's out of the book, but stay tuned because this means I have something very special for you coming shortly after this video is released. Until then, peace. That's a lot of rice in there. God, I just thought about that. Man, I didn't even think about it. What are those more pseudos? Can I just go back to the start? Or do I... Curious to see what it turns to. What happens if I hit new game? Oh yeah, no, it just goes right to the menu, okay.